Nuovo appuntamento con Viaggio in Europa, il programma di History Lab sul marchio del patrimonio europeo. Oggi andremo in Polonia, Lituania e Portogallo per conoscere accordi e trattati nazionali che hanno influenzato lo sviluppo della democrazia e dei diritti in Europa. L'Unione di Lublino fu un caso eccezionale di integrazione democratica tra due paesi. Siglata nel 1569, unì il Regno di Polonia e il Granducato di Lituania nella Confederazione Polacco-Lituana. Un atto politico che ha portato alla pacifica coesistenza di persone di etnia e religione diverse.
Lublin is the biggest city in eastern part of Poland, just on the edge of European Union border with Ukraine and Belarus. On 1st of July 1569, there was a signing of Lublin Union, which first time in Europe history union two different countries without war in one state. It was Kingdom of Poland and Grand Duchy of Lithuania, making a commonwealth of both nations. It was signed in Lublin Castle, just in Holy Trinity Chapel, and there was during the meeting of Polish and Lithuanian parliaments.
This chapel is one of the most important, beautiful and precious monuments of a medieval art, not only in Poland but in the whole Europe. It's very important for history of all Europe, because in this Gothic architecture, typical for the Western art, you can find Byzantine Ruthenian paintings, typical for the East. It's a place where two great cultural traditions of the Latinate West and the Byzantine East meet and mingle. Is an example of mutual religious tolerance and coexistence to different cultures and denominations, because it was always Roman Catholic Church, and the frescoes are typical for Orthodox temple. This combination is very original and unique.
The most important fact was exactly the same that European Union having today. It was the openness for different religions, different nations, and there was a strong commitment with the idea that the peaceful cooperation is much more better than war and conflicts. The city of Lublin was nominated, but with the special attention of three places in our city. It is the Lublin Castle and especially Holy Trinity Chapel, when the union was signed. It's a Dominican church and monastery, when was the mass just after the signing of union. And it is monument which is located on the Lithuanian square, just in the city center, which is the memory of the Union of Lublin.
I think that history of Lublin is an example of tolerance between people of different nationalities and denominations, and nowadays it's very important, because many people, many Catholics and representatives of Orthodox Church, Islam, Judaism were arrived in Lublin, and they lived here without wars.
Rimaniamo in Polonia e Lituania per conoscere la Costituzione adottata il 3 maggio 1791 dalla Confederazione Polacco-Lituana. Ispirata ai principi illuministi della ragione, del diritto e della libertà, fu la prima Costituzione approvata democraticamente in Europa. Andiamo a scoprirla.
We are exactly in the ball ensemble of Palace, Raczyński Palace, built in 18th century. Right now it's a building of the Central Archive of Historical Records. The European Heritage label was given to the Constitution of the 3rd May in 1791, one of the most important records in our history. Today we could stay in nearly the same place when it was enacted, because the parliament was gathered in the King's Castle in Warsaw, and for the constitution they gathered in the chamber of Senate. Constitution, in fact, is a rather short record. It was divided in 11 chapters and the preamble. Very important for me was the 5th chapter, which introduced the division of power on the way Montesquieu suggested. Also very important was the chapter saying about the heredity of the throne. The monarchy will not be elected like it was in our history, but we will decide that it will be a Saxon monarch who will rule in this country. The printed version of the Constitution was the only possibility that the Constitution will be incorporated to the Polish legal system. After the Constitution was done, the old parliaments, the nobility and the king, went to the chapter house of St. John, very close to the royal castle, to hear the Holy Mass. The meaning of the Constitution for the contemporaries was very interesting and very important, because it shows how to change the government without the violence. We could see it as an example of a peaceful transformation. There was no shooting, no fights. There was a really democratic way of changing the system.
La legge sull'abolizione della pena di morte in Portogallo, approvata nel 1867, rappresenta uno dei primi esempi in Europa di sospensione permanente della pena capitale. Un atto che promuove valori ancora oggi fondamentali per l'Unione Europea. Ce ne parla il direttore dell'Archivio Nazionale di Lisbona, dove il documento è conservato.
O meu nome é Silvestre de Almeida Lacerda, sou subdiretor-geral do Livro, dos Arquivos e das Bibliotecas e diretor do Arquivo Nacional da Torre do Tombo. O que nós propusemos para a marca de património europeu foi a atribuição da marca ao decreto de abolição da pena de morte. Trata-se de uma carta de lei do rei Dom Luís e que faz uma reforma do sistema judicial português. A primeira é a proposta por parte do Parlamento ao rei ao rei Luís I, para que possa aprovar a reforma prisional. A segunda parte é o texto da própria reforma prisional de 1867 e, posteriormente, a assinatura do rei, em que aprova aquele projeto de decisão da própria Assembleia. A pena de morte é o fim. A pena de morte não resolve problema nenhum. É uma decisão sem retorno e a reinserção social é uma parte importante daquilo que faz sentido para a vida humana. A abolição da pena de morte é um contributo importante dos direitos humanos, é um contributo significativo à nova atualidade, quando hoje se discute sobre como lidar com o medo, como lidar com todas as ameaças, temos que ter presente que a pena de morte não é a solução relativamente à forma de lidar com essas ameaças, à forma de lidar com esse medo. Este documento, para além de estar já disponível na internet, online, nós temos trabalhos com a rede das bibliotecas escolares, temos trabalhos também das visitas aqui ao Arquivo Nacional. Este prémio vai nos permitir ter maior visibilidade, relativamente àquele que é o nosso trabalho. E que o que gostaríamos é que ele pudesse ser uma referência para o trabalho que os portugueses desenvolvem nos arquivos, não só pela forma como trabalham, mas também pelos documentos que são capazes de manter e de cuidar. Temos um plano também de tradução deste documento nas diferentes línguas da União Europeia.
Il viaggio di oggi si conclude nei cantieri navali di Danzica. Qui inizia la storia di Solidarność, il movimento che contribuì alla caduta del comunismo in Polonia. Tutto iniziò nel 1970 con uno sciopero represso dalle autorità socialiste e si chiuse 10 anni dopo con la firma degli storici accordi di agosto.
We are in the heart of Gdańsk, at the area of the historical shipyard. It is the birthplace of one of the greatest social and non-violent political movements, not only in Europe, probably in the world, because it is the birthplace of Solidarność. It is a place where the first time the world saw that some unknown workers from Gdańsk are not fighting for their interests, but for civil rights, for universal rights.
Z wielkości niebezpieczeństwa, jakie nam groziło. Przecież w samej Polsce było ponad 200 000 żołnierzy sowieckich. Naokoło Polski było ponad 1 000 000. Silosy z bronią nuklearną rozstawiono. I my wywracaliśmy system komunistyczny. Bo jednak wyrwaliśmy wiele krajów z tej dominacji sowieckiej. A więc to jest pierwsze, największe zwycięstwo w dziejach Europy tymi nowymi metodami.
So that's probably the reason why this place is one of the lieux de mémoire of Europe. You have the monument of fallen shipyard workers, victims of the 1970 protest. It was the starting point for the development of the democratic opposition here in Gdańsk and Poland. It was one of the demands of Solidarity of 1980 to commemorate officially the victims of 1970. It was erected in December 1980. Before the martial law, and it was the first official monument for the victims of communism in the Soviet bloc. We have the gate, the historical gate. It was a sort of internet site or Facebook of Solidarność, because at the gate the tablets with the 21 demands was established, so it was the place of contact between the striking committee and people. You have the hall where the agreement between Solidarność and the government was signed, and you have a new modern building of the European Solidarity Center, the place of commemoration, because we have a permanent exhibition about the Solidarity movement, and it's also a place of modern reflections.
Więc największe problemy pokazaliśmy, że należy rozwiązywać przy stole, należy rozwiązywać inteligentnie, argumentami, a nie siłą.
It showed also that you can fight for your freedom thinking about the political situation of other nations. You can only be effective if you are not only thinking about your own interests, if you are thinking about the whole European order. So that's the philosophy of Solidarność.
In questa puntata abbiamo visto come le battaglie nazionali per i diritti possano diventare patrimonio comune di tutti gli europei. Per saperne di più visitate il sito di Europa Creativa. Io vi do appuntamento alla prossima settimana con una nuova puntata di Viaggio in Europa.